Louis here from Pentester Lab. Welcome to another episode of AppSecSchool, where we break down application security concepts in the simplest way possible. If you are new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you won't miss our upcoming videos. Now let's jump into a topic that I have a quite controversial opinion on. Many people, especially those selling security products or giving talks at conferences, often advocate for integrating security tooling into the CI/CD pipeline. Now, this part I agree with, but what I don't necessarily agree with is their tendency to suggest that the build should be broken if the security tooling finds something. Vendors often tell you it will work perfectly, and speakers often demo it with Zap and a simple application. Basically, if the security automation finds a vulnerability, the build fails, forcing developers to fix the issue before being able to promote the code. To me, this appeals to the gatekeeper's fantasy of blocking bad code going to production. Modern AppSec is not about gatekeeping. Breaking the build sounds really good if you live in a perfect world. Your tooling found a bug, the bug is not going to production. Unfortunately, there are some issues that you will encounter if you try to do that, both technical and organizational issues. Just because we don't live in a perfect world, do we? First off, if your security tooling breaks, you need to fix it pronto to allow your engineering teams to deploy again. SLAs are now based on your security tooling. So imagine there is an outage in the middle of the night and someone needs to make a change, but your tool breaks. Guess who they are going to call to fix it? Your AppSec team is now on call. Next, security tools are known to throw false positives, which can break the build and slow down your engineering team. And it's not just that. Any changes to your automation or updates from your security tooling can also break the build. How long before your engineering manager is at your desk complaining that 200, 300, 500 developers can't work because of your tool? Let's not forget that some findings simply don't matter. You may have vulnerable library version, but you know it doesn't really impact your code. This issue may not get prioritized, but it will still break the build. Then there is the issue of velocity. If you have used these tools, you know they can be extremely slow. I have seen source code analysis tool run for a week before giving results. Fuzzing a web application takes a lot of time too. Can your engineering team afford to wait a few hours per build because of your tooling? So what's the solution? Well, you can start by scanning the main branch or even a few branches on a regular basis. Also, consider scanning every merge request. But these actions should start an out-of-band scan that doesn't hinder the productivity of other teams. This way, if your scans take hours or days, it won't slow down everyone because they are happening asynchronously. I'm not saying it's impossible to integrate security tooling into a CI/CD pipeline in a way that won't hinder the build. However, the level of maturity required for this is high, which makes it a real challenge for most companies. So you are better off working alongside the CI/CD rather than being part of the build and deployment. You can also have other controls in place like developer peer review or negative testing that should be a lot faster and more efficient than a lot of fuzzing and code review tools. Remember, modern application security is about enabling teams to create secure applications and striking the right balance between security and velocity. Breaking the build disrupts this balance. So that's my take on this topic. I'm eager to hear your thoughts. Do you agree or disagree with this approach? Let's have a conversation in the comments below. And remember, if you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, stay curious and keep learning.